Hello everyone and welcome to another Tour Tuesday video. In this video we will be touring my African park, quote unquote. Just to clarify one thing to manage your expectations, what I mean by African park is not so much that the dinosaur roster is based on the fossils that were found in Africa, but it's more like, just imagine that this park is located in Africa. So just like in your own local zoo, you'd have animals from all over the world. The same is true here. So the park's located in Africa, which is why it is African themed. But the dinosaurs are going to be from all over the place. So I just had to mention that first. Another thing, the big old path design that we're looking at right now is one of the path designs that will pop up in a speed build video that will, probably appear sometime next year, which will be very soon. We're almost at the end of the year. Woohoo! So let's just walk around this park, show you the sights, show you what I have in store. This is the least forested park that I've ever built. I tried to mimic sort of an arid African biome. We're just walking along this massive path design. We're going to pretend that we're not seeing that. Nope, didn't see anything. And we're going to continue to the first exhibit. Gonna speed it up a little bit. There he is. The Carnotaurus. As you can imagine, I used the arid skin type quite a lot for this park build. I guess would come over here. They would spend the night in the hotel. And the closest exhibit is this one, just a long stretched curved exhibit with one dinosaur, the Carnotaurus, and a big tree. But mainly people want to see the Carnotaurus, I'd imagine, and they want to see him tap dance. This is the tap dancing Carnotaurus, the only one of its kind. So we're going to leave this path design behind. There's a little bit of decorative pond stuff going on. Now this is a really big circular sort of situation with a large exhibit at the center, but we're going to look at the outer exhibits first. So we're just gonna walk along. As you can see, again, this there's a bit of path design going on. It's not strictly African. It's just sort of based on those patterns that you see in African fabrics and such, but of course it's not an actual representation of African patterns. We have an arid triceratops. We have Chunkingosaurus, which I actually love the Chunkingosaurus. A lot of people don't, but I think it's so cute. Struthiomimus, also arid, because of course we have Kentrosaurus. I'm assuming this is arid. I don't know, but I'm assuming it is. Oh, that's my food. I gotta go. I gotta pause. Sorry everyone, I had to pause for refreshments. We're just going to continue along with the tour. What I just thought of is that restroom things are now restroom needs are now a thing. And I don't have any restrooms in this park. So that's an issue. What are you... Well, I suppose there is a dinosaur there, so... And it's the next dinosaur of our walkthrough, so I'm just gonna hop into this exhibit. This is the old Velociraptor, which I'm assuming nobody will be using anymore, but this is the arid standard Jurassic World Evolution Raptor. Yeah, you got a big upgrade, girl. You know, before the Raptor Squad pack and before the Return to Jurassic Park DLC, I actually did kind of like this skin. Not gonna lie. I thought it was the better one of the ones we got. But of course now that we have so much better, I don't really use it anymore. Ooh, there's Proceratosaurus in here as well. Oh, he did. Oh no, it's Troodon. Sorry. So that was the Raptor slash Troodon paddock, or enclosure. I'm all into Jurassic Park now, and they say paddocks. So here we have more guest amenities. So we have a hotel, restaurant, arcade, the works. Oh, this is nice. In the next exhibit, we have... Oh, Ceratosaurus. Hello there. Just lumbering along. Here you can see this is a mixture of the dirt and the sand texture. I really like how that looks. You know, when you just click on it with a light touch, you get a nice dry effect. Not too beachy. You know, if you go full out with the sand tool, it just looks like a tropical beach, and that wasn't really what I was going for. We're gonna go over there later. We're first going to look into this exhibit. Here we have two Giganotosaurus. I like that skin. It looks kind of like, you know, an army pattern. It's weird being back in the Jurassic World era after spending so much time in the Jurassic Park era now. I know some people are really gung-ho, like, oh my god, I'm never going to go back to the Jurassic World setting. But, you know, there are a lot more buildings to play around with. Of course, I have a love affair with paths, and there's just more contrast in the paths in Jurassic World era. I like the viewing galleries, the viewing platforms. So in this big-ass central exhibit, which was sort of inspired by the Ngorongoro crater in Africa, in Tanzania, or was it Kenya? I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I decided to put the Indominus Rex in here. Seemed like a very bright idea. So this Arid Indominus Rex has the entire crater all to herself. There you go, girl. That's right. Of course, as always, we're going to be flying up at the end of the video to show you the aerial view and the map view as well. We're gonna look at the star rating and stuff. I did just check, and this is a 5-star rated park, so that's good. This is the path design that you saw in the image that I posted on my community tab, where you could vote. So this path sort of has like a zebra striping design to it. I thought that was pretty cute. I love the way the light reflects on the fancy path. Looks too pink like this, but it looks good like that. So we have this little section off to the side with more buildings, and guests can continue along this way underneath the monorail track. And here we have another bit of path design, a bit of a triangular pattern combined with more of the zebra pattern. And this is where the Jurassic tour is. Now, I'm really horrible at driving the tour truck, so I'm just gonna fly into the exhibit like this. So this is a really big exhibit. It extends all the way... sorry. It extends all the way to the back in that little extended area where usually you put like your creation labs, or at least that's where I usually put them. I put my creation labs... right there. Oh, just one. So I had a lot of patience while building this park. Populated it with one hatchery. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm still stuck. Why am I stuck? What was I stuck on? That's weird. Okay. Never mind. It's okay. So here you go. We have the tour truck running through this big exhibit. It's a mixture of all kinds of herbivores and some carnivores as well. Here we have the Arid Chasmosaurus. Looking pretty badass. We have a river coming through. Let's see what else we have up here. Myasora, which I went with the black and white savanna pattern. Ooh, we're inside her. Oh, wait, that's weird. You know, they kind of maybe sort of look like zebras. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. We have Parasaurolophus, also the savanna pattern to simulate zebras. You know, there's an abundance of zebras. Is there? It almost looks like a little bit of purple in there. That's interesting. Never noticed that. I must admit I don't use the Maiasaura very often. Oh, I really like how this looks with the sunlight. That's pretty cool. Back there we have some sauropods and the carnivores. I tried to keep the carnivores separate from the hadrosaurs by focusing their feeders here and the herbivore feeders up where we just were. You know, it's not a flawless system, but it works okay. So we have Allosaurus. We have an entire pack of Allosaurus, because thankfully we can do that in Sandbox. I love the Allosaurus, and especially the Arid Allosaurus. And also in here, the Memenchi, which kind of looks like a giraffe. I mean, come on. You have to admit, that kind of looks like a giraffe. We also have Camarasaurus. Doesn't really look like anything, just felt like adding a Camarasaurus for once. I hardly ever use Camarasaurus, I must admit. Kind of similar. Ooh, he looks really sleepy. That looks funny, like he just walked underneath Memenchi. Whee! So that is a big exhibit. Gonna zoom through. Ooh, look at him. Standing in the shade of the big tree. I love the Allosaurus so much. Okay, we're going to leave this exhibit. Now, if you're wondering, I didn't forget to add the voting menu this time. I sort of switched between whether I do it at the start of the video or at the end of the video. I forgot last time. This time I'm not forgetting, I'm just taking the choice away from you. I mean that in the most polite way possible. Next week, it's going to be Tour Tuesday on December 31st, so the last day of the year. And I have a specific park that I want to show you on that day, so that's why there's no vote this week. It's going to be my my clock-based park. Hopefully I did remember to put up an image of it, you know, just a little teaser. So that's going to be the park that we're going to look at next week. If I already uploaded my tour of my original Jurassic Park, please check it out. If I haven't uploaded it yet and have decided to upload this one first, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that upcoming upload. Okay, so we're gonna fly up. There's the big crater with the Indominus Rex. You can really see how dry everything looks from up here, how sparse it is in terms of trees. There's the big old path design. Let's move forward a little bit, and there you go. I can't zoom out any further, so I'm gonna move a little bit further like that. There, so this is sort of an overview of the park. Unfortunately, I can't zoom out any further, but this is a pretty accurate, I think you can see most of what is important. So we have this first big path design, like a, I don't know, fan with kind of African / Aztec inspired patterning. Or it just looks like a doily, that's also possible. Here we have the big ring of path around the central Indominus Rex exhibit. We have the Carnotaurus down here. We have a mix of herbivores in here. I think it was Triceratops, Kentrosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, and Struthiomimus. We have the Rexes and the Troodons in here. Ceratosaurus in this one. And Giganotosaurus in this exhibit. And, you know, it just connects to this outer ring with certain choice paths lined with trees, which look pretty nice. And then up here we have our zebra pattern path design, as well as back there. Just random shapes, basically, trying to figure out what looked good attached to this big circle. And then back here we have the big exhibit where the tour goes through. So that is the overview. Really love what the light is doing over here with the fancy path. Very fancy indeed. Let's hop into map view. There you go. So this is an overview of the entire park with all of the dinosaurs. Rating has dropped a little bit. I'm assuming that is the restroom need. Is that something that's... Yeah, so here you go. Restroom need is at 0%. Shopping is... it's hanging by a thread. I wonder if dinosaur visibility matters in the Jurassic World era. I know it doesn't. I know it does in the Jurassic Park era, but I'm not sure if they carried that over into Jurassic World. I hope they didn't. So yeah, here you go. 38 dinosaurs. Pretty good dinosaur target rating. So yeah, overall I'm pretty pleased with how this park turned out. I hope you enjoyed seeing it as well and that it inspired you for your own park builds. I know most people probably wanted me to actually include dinosaurs from Africa, but that wasn't really my concept for this park. Like I said, it's just supposed to be a park located in Africa, not necessarily focus on the dinosaurs from there. So I'm pretty sure fossils of the Allosaurus were found in Africa, but other than that, I'm not even sure. I didn't do any research into that. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. That really helps me out. And yeah, until next time, enjoy the game.